Hello, welcome to the Mark Show, the cybersecurity show. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to use a Baofeng UV-5R as a police, fire, or any kind of emergency scanner. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going dark. So here are the key steps to use a Baofeng UV-5R as a police fire emergency scanner. Find the frequencies. You can use radioreference.com. This is a widely considered one of the widely considered the most comprehensive and reliable resource for scanner frequencies. It offers a large database of frequencies searchable by location, forums for discussing scanner related topics, live audio feeds. Broadcastify.com is another site. This site provides access to thousands of live scanner audio streams from around the world. It's great for listening to emergency communications without needing your own scanner. Then there's police department websites, right? Some local police departments publish their scanner frequencies on their own official websites. You have rr.com, which is Repeater Book. While primarily focused on amateur radio repeaters, this site can also be useful for finding some emergency frequencies. Then you have online forums and social media groups. There are often dedicated communities of scanner enthusiasts who share frequency information for specific areas. Please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and like button. If you're enjoying this content, if you're being entertained, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. So there's also specialized smartphone apps. Many apps are available that provide access to scanner frequencies and live audio feeds. These can be found on app stores like Google Play or the Apple's App Store when searching for frequencies. It's best to use multiple sources to ensure accuracy and comprehensiveness. Remember that some emergency services may use encrypted or trunked systems that are not accessible with standard scanners or radios. Now, after you do that, then you're going to have to program the frequencies, right? Enter VFO, the frequency mode, by pressing the VFO/MR button. Input, the desired frequency using the keypad, like the 146.520. Set any required settings, right? For repeaters, many, they set the frequency to menu 26. Set offset direction, menu 25. You can set the CTC/SS tone if needed to menu 13 for TX, menu 11 for RX. Save the frequency to a memory channel. Press menu, then enter 27 for MEM-CH. Select an empty channel slot. Press menu to confirm. To access saved channels, switch to memory mode using the VFO/MR button. Now, there are some additional tips. The UV-5R can store up to 128 channels. You can scan for active frequencies using the scan button. The flashlight function is activated by pressing the MONI button, right? The MONI button. For simplex frequencies, you only need to enter the main frequency before saving. Now, while manual programming is possible, it can be time consuming for multiple channels. So consider alternatives like using a Bluetooth programming dongle with a smartphone app if a computer is unavailable. Now, you're gonna have to set up the scan, right? Press menu, then 18 to access the SC-REV. That's the scan resume method. Setting, right? Set the TO, the time operation mode, so scanning continues after picking up a signal. Now, start scanning. Enter channel mode by pressing the orange VFO/MR button. Press and hold the scan button to begin scanning through programmed channels. Now, there are some important limitations that you must be aware of. The UV-5R can only receive analog signals, not digital or encrypted. Transmissions used by many agencies, scanning is very slow also compared to dedicated scanners. It's only capable of receiving frequencies between about 100 to 500 MHz. Transmitting on certain frequencies without a license is illegal. Okay, so for best results, focus on analog VHF/UHF frequencies within the radio's range. Keep in mind that many police and emergency services have moved to digital systems that this radio cannot receive. While not ideal, the UV-5R can still function as a basic scanner for some analog communication. So there are some common mistakes that people make when manually trying to program the Baofeng UV-5R, and here are some of those common mistakes. that you must avoid when manually programming the Baofeng UV-5R. So one, not being in the correct mode. Ensure you're in VFO frequency mode, not channel mode. When inputting frequencies, press the VFO/MR button to switch modes if needed, and also forgetting to add trailing zeros. The UV-5R requires 3 digits after the decimal point. For example, enter 146.520 as 146.520, not 146.52. Also, skipping necessary settings for repeaters, forgetting to set the offset frequency like menu 26, not setting the offset direction menu 25, omitting CT/CSS tones when required like menu 13 for TX or menu 11 for RX, not saving frequencies to memory channels. After inputting a frequency, remember to save it to a memory channel, menu 27, if you want to access it later in the channel mode. Inputting frequencies outside the radio's range, the UV-5R can only receive frequencies between about 100 to 500 MHz. Entering frequencies outside this range won't work. Now, there might be a little confusion between the upper and lower frequencies. So when programming, make sure you're on the top frequency, okay? Indicated by a small arrow on the left of the screen. And then here's another one, not confirming successful programming. After saving a channel, switch to channel mode, the VFO/MR button, and check if the programmed frequency appears correctly. Overlooking the importance of proper CT/CSS/DCS tones. Incorrect tones can provide, or prevent communication even if the frequency is correct. And not doubling checking offset directions. Make sure you've set the plus or minus correctly for repeater frequencies. Forgetting to exit menus, always press the exit button to return to the main screen after making changes in the menu. So by avoiding these common mistakes, you can more effectively program your Baofeng UV-5R manually. Remember, practice makes perfect, and it becomes easier with experience. So now, there are some resources that are really good for preloading frequencies for the Baofeng UV-5R, okay? Now, here are some of these best resources for preloaded frequencies for the Baofeng UV-5R. You have the Chirp software, CHIRP, and Chirp is a free open source software that allows you to program your Baofeng UV-5R easily. It comes with many preloaded frequency lists that you can import, including FRS/GMRS channels, MURS channels, marine VHF channels, amateur radio calling frequencies, local repeater directories. You also have the repeater book. This is an online database for amateur radio repeaters. You can search for repeaters in your area and export the frequencies directly to Chirp for programming your UV-5R. You also have radioreference.com. We talked about that, but let's get into it. This site provides comprehensive radio frequency reference information, including public safety, military, and amateur radio frequencies. With a subscription, you can download frequency lists for your area. You also have local amateur radio clubs. Many ham radio clubs maintain lists of local repeaters and frequencies used in their area. Contacting a local club can provide you with a curated list of useful frequencies. You also have the national simplex calling frequencies. These are standardized frequencies used by amateur radio operators for direct communication. Common ones include the 146.520 MHz for 2M and 446.000 MHz for 70 cm, right? You also have the NOAA weather radio frequencies. These are important for emergency preparedness. The UV-5R can receive these broadcasts on frequencies between 162.400 and 162.500 MHz. Now, FRS and GMRS channels also. So while the UV-5R isn't type accepted for FRS/GMRS use, knowing these frequencies can be useful for monitoring in emergencies. Remember, when programming your Baofeng UV-5R, ensure you're only transmitting on frequencies you're licensed to use. Always comply with local regulations on your license privileges, okay? So that is what I have for you today. Please take a moment right now. If you are entertained and you like this content and you want more of it, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. I appreciate your viewership. Stay safe and see you on the next video.